Hi there everyone, yeah, I just wanted to do another video. I just wanted to talk about human beings and how we're capable of incredible things. For a start, I'll just say, look at all we've created in the times gone by. We've created buildings, we've created, iPhones, we've put all the technology we've created, just look at the transport system, look at TVs and stuff. Look at how we've developed as a species. Look at how we've, look at all the skyscrapers we've built. It's crazy because I remember when I was in Bristol about a few months ago now. I was at one of the high floors in the Bristol hotel, and I'm thinking how we can build so high. It's like almost unfathomable how human beings will go up to certain heights and won't get scared of heights. You think like even something like 3 stories high, or even a building that's not that tall. If you're scared of heights, even if you're not scared of heights, it's still kind of gives you a funny like butterfly feeling, isn't it? When you look down, it kind of, if you're that high up, so it's kind of fascinating how we can build like the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, how tall that is, and all the skyscrapers that we can build, and how they actually get the material up to the top of the building and stuff, like how they actually get all the metal and all the components, and how they build. Like I think they actually build from the roof up. I think in New York and stuff, all the skyscrapers they actually build, and they kind of get all the equipment up on like ropes and stuff, and they actually build from the roof up, and they kind of, it's really clever. And and even like in terms of space and stuff, how human beings we're trying to explore the cosmos, aren't we? Yeah, because that's another thing I want to link into, like movies and stuff, like well produced movies, like all the CGI we use in movies, and even animated movies, like sort of kids movies, maybe like animated whatever. But I think it's quite incredible how we can make such amazing movies like Avatar I've done recently, and other movies like Star Wars and stuff, and just other incredible, amazing CGI movies with a lot of CGI in. I just think it's incredible how we can make such amazing kind of, and even in video games, like I said before, Mass Effect, and movies like Interstellar and The Martian and stuff, all these space movies, like Gravity, for instance. Like I said, we almost seem to know a lot about what's going to happen. Like I said, even in movies which like are set in the future, the fact that humans are able to make movies set in the future, it almost seems realistic in a sense. Like other video games where you're exploring the cosmos and everything, again like Star Wars games and stuff, like Knights of the Old Republic I used to play, where you're like, exploring the cosmos and everything, and even in Halo games where they have the Halo ring and everything, like, and the Forerunners built, which could happen in a few hundred years time. We could have sort of aliens or technology where we can build these sort of colonies in space, which they're already talking about. We're talking about, human beings can't stay on planet Earth forever. At some point the sun's going to catch up and it's actually going to obliterate Earth. So at some point we're going to have to start colonising different galaxies and creating planets in space, or creating different rings in space, like I said. And even a movie called Moonfall I saw recently, they're talking about how AI took over or something, so they had to plant the seed of life on Earth or something. Like the AI kind of wiped out all life or something. But like I said, we've already got AI technology. Like I said, just play video games. Like if you play like a FIFA game or something, and you haven't got Xbox Live or whatever, and you're playing against the CPU or whatever, you're playing against a computer, that's in a way AI, isn't it? Or if you're playing in a video game or something, in the Covenant or whatever, and you're shooting them or whatever, and they're basically AI. They're basically built into the game, and they kind of react to how you react. So in a way, we've already created AI in that sense. Our smartphone is essentially AI, with Siri and everything, and I think it's incredible. And I think, so with all this amazing kind of CGI in the movies and everything, and like I said, a lot of these movies based in the future, about how we can colonise different planets and stuff, I feel like we're almost sort of there anyway. And even with all the well-produced music, I feel like human beings, it's probably not really the same, but a lot of well-produced music we do and everything, and a lot of artists seem to get put on the tracks and everything. And I even feel like with a lot of this, like I said, when you hear like a radio-friendly song by well-known artists, it almost seems perfect. It almost seems too perfect, like the way the beats go in the background, and the way the music is, and the melodies, and even the vocals sometimes. Not so much for rap songs, but for like pop songs, like hip-hop songs. Not really hip-hop, but for dance music and stuff, a lot of it seems too perfect. And you think that humans can produce this amazingly well-produced music, we can make amazing films that almost predict the future, that almost could be the future. A lot of it might seem, it's never going to happen, like some movie about aliens, but it could happen. And obviously with all the infrastructure we've created, the ability just to go and buy food in the supermarket, and all nicely packaged and everything, and plant bars, and all the vegan food we're making out of fungi, soya protein, pea protein, fake meat, it's quite ingenious how human beings are able to do this, and how all the packaging and everything has the different words on it, and how we're able to transport it all across to big towns and cities, obviously on the motorways and stuff and whatever, and airports. And now we can create planes, how we can create cars, how we can create iPhones, how we can create all these video games that are so well produced. Like I said, they use like a bit like an Avatar, they use like CGI, or kind of, I don't know what the word is, they use something in the video games to like kind of put these dots on the actors, they put like dots on them or something, and then in the video game they become like their own CGI version of themselves. I think that's absolutely ingenious. Like I said, human beings, we create a lot, you know, you can't imagine a sheep or a cow creating on what we created, like a sheep just wandering along the field and start creating an iPhone, or, you know, a cow wandering along and start creating, you know, cars and stuff, and start driving a car and creating all this stuff to take us to space, and creating, you know, you can't imagine animals doing this. It's almost unfathomable. Even the smartest animals out there, you can't imagine a chimpanzee really doing it. Suddenly, you know, creating all this amazingly well-produced music, like a chimpanzee coming up to say, yeah, I've just created a really good song, you know, you can't really imagine them doing it. It's kind of quite funny. This is something I wanted to mention. It's like kind of, you know, it's sort of, it's kind of, you know, you wouldn't really think about it, would you? It's kind of like quite hard to think about, but it's true. What all the amazing things we've created technologically, it's quite incredible, and it has to be, you know, seen to be believed. Like I said, infrastructure, all the skyscrapers, all the cars, all the vehicles, which I don't particularly like anyway, but you know, all the planes we create, all the, you know, all the technology in the cars, like Siri and everything, and voice control, and, you know, everything you see on your iPhone, you know, Apple, you know, Touch ID, iCloud, and all this technological stuff we've created, and movies, CGI movies, and amazingly well produced music, and our ability to kind of get to place, and our ability to be intelligent as we are. It's almost a shame that we're atrocious. Let's not even talk about ethically, but I just think we've got a lot of potential, human beings, as primates, as Homo sapiens, as mammals. I think we've got a lot of potential, and I think that there's a lot more to come, and I hope, you know, I suppose ethically I hope we get better, but technologically we've got tremendous potential. Like I said, we're the dominant species on this planet. There's no questioning that. You know, we can even take down the large, you know, animals, not that we want to, but like I said, elephants, tigers, even the biggest carnivores. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's a flaw that, you know, the only way human beings can, you know, rule above the rest is if they create guns, if they create arrows. We haven't got the physiological, you know, we haven't got the physiological thing, you know, the physiological compounds or attributes to really rule above the rest unless we create, you know, our own weapons. So I feel like there's there's a little bit of a flaw that we haven't got claws, we haven't got fangs. Biologically, we're basically like herbivores, really. But, you know, if we just took what we biologically got, we're not very useful in the sense of intimidating others or capturing others, or you know, against other animals. So, but I think, you know, we are capable of incredible things. For human beings, are obviously intelligent. The way we communicate, a lot of us are bilingual. I'm not. I'm half Indian, so perhaps I should be, but I just think, you know, human beings dominate this planet, and the way we dominate this planet, you know, with transport, with infrastructure, with all the stuff we create, like iPhones and TVs, and creating an ability to cook food, the ability to create a movie for CGI that can, you know, potentially be realistic, and create video games with incredible CGI and all the AI that's involved in all these. I think technologically, as a race, we're incredible, and I think it's only going to get better. But I do hope ethically we improve as well, because I think ethically we're atrocious, but technologically we're so good. I really think we can dream beyond the clouds and dream beyond you couldn't even imagine. So yeah.